Film lovers, you just don't see movies like this anymore. Imagine a continuous 6-minute camera move featuring 12 jurors, no cuts. But why did director Sidney Lumet take on the challenge? How did he even pull it off? And here's the real masterstroke. How did he ensure that when he finally cut away, that different angle landed with as much power and purpose as everything that came before it? This wasn't about showing off, it's storytelling gold. Let's break it down. It was a deliberate film technique designed to introduce 12 distinct characters without anyone taking immediate main character vibes. That's because a jury isn't about one overpowering personality, it's about a group making a decision, while paradoxically having one man stand apart, ready to be different, ready to take a stand. Where did filmmakers like Spielberg get their mastery? Perhaps from watching scenes exactly like this one. Check out where we begin. We understand where we are, the jurors' back room where they will be making the decision, the verdict of this murder case. Now there's something to say how Sidney Lumet gives us an itch, a frustrating eyesore from the very beginning. It reminds me of Jaws, the way Spielberg uses the ocean in the background to remind the audience that shark is in the water and it's right there, danger. Or Wes Craven using open doorways in Scream to say the killer could come from right there. Great movies, but here it's not about danger. Instead, it's simply about giving your attention a place to land where you could look at anything in the room. As the opening credits stop rolling, notice the subtle highlight of light gleaming off the fan's rim. That, combined with the wider lens making the space between the table and the foreground feel bigger, and the thing being closer to the camera, the fan, more present, all subtly directs your focus. We start spending 30 seconds with everyone looking away from us as they enter, engaged in their own way, makes it seem like they are all just in the background. The camera being up high also works for this, because it isn't until Jack Warden looked up towards us, up towards where that subtle focus on that fan is placed, do we single out any one of them from the crowd. And even as this whole camera move will work to blend the characters together, we are introduced to the protagonist of the movie in a way that both sets him apart, even without drawing attention to him. Henry Fonda is looking away from everyone. I'm not with them as he looks out the window, with a small cheat of a head turn so we can see him and meet him briefly. In just a second, he will reject an offer of gum from Jack, showing he's preparing to be disagreeable by not accepting favors.
Fish gum? Oh, thanks.
Throughout, we will see looks and following characters motivating the camera to keep up, moving us to cooperative stages and mini moments where they sit and stays as people become friendly.
You know something? I called the weather bureau this morning.
And if you notice how our attention is handed off to the foreman as he reaches over Jack to juror number 6.
Oh, it's that one, yeah. Okay, gentlemen.
So now we're to follow him. It's all a series of handoffs and mini static scenes and characters carrying us to new places to meet new people. But here our attention is brought to an empty space now in the room as the foreman leaves. And then to have someone grab our attention, someone leisurely walks into that space.
I never knew they locked the door.
Sure they locked the door. What'd you think?
I don't know. It just never occurred to me.
What's that for?
Oh, I thought we might want to vote by ballot.
Great idea. Maybe we can get him elected senator.
That's very good. Casey, then.
Where one character ends and another begins is all clouded and smooth, as if there are no wrinkles. Nothing between these people. This movie is a civics lesson on juries, where it's about collective decisions.
What gets me is where those lawyers talk and talk and talk, even when it's an open and shut case like this one. I mean, did you ever hear so much talk about nothing?
Well, I guess they're entitled.
Yeah, they're entitled. It's a system, but if you ask me, I'd slap those tough kids down before they start any trouble. Saves a lot of time and money.
It's not a wild ride, ripping us from one character to another. We will get a moment with most of the jurors, and we get to meet the many main players as we stop to hear what they have to say and the opinions they hold.
I see.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's not a bad view, huh?
All but 2 minutes of this movie is shot in this one room. A one-room feature gets you thinking of other older movies like Hitchcock's Rope or Audrey Hepburn's Wait Until Dark, even in today's movies like 10 Cloverfield Lane. But Hitchcock's Rope was based on a gag, dares from the director on himself, while the others don't use camera moves this way.
That's right.
Isn't that funny? You know, I've lived here all my life. I've never been inside that.
You had to sort out all that junk, like that thing with the movies.
Yeah, you're sitting.
Switching it up now, director Sidney Lumet uses off-the-screen dialogue to draw us to a different part of the room.
You know what we're dealing with.
Yeah, I guess. Well, your horn works, now try your lights.
And when the transfer is complete, Fonda looks away again. And the blocking subtly shows Fonda's separation between him and the group by showing the contrasting closeness of the two other gentlemen. Creating a contrast can be done in a number of different ways with a number of different tools, like in Jaws with the camera hunting forward versus the camera searching to the side, which again emphasizes the aloofness and obliviousness to danger with camera moves. Like with anything creative, smashing and breaking tricks to create something completely different works.
Come on, Mr. Foreman. Let's go here, huh?
Well, the guy's still in the bathroom.
Hey, what's new? I didn't get a chance to see a paper this morning.
I was only wondering how the market closed.
You got a seat on the exchange?
I'm a broker.
I run a messenger service.
And of course, there's the traditional, perhaps overlooked way of simply having one person start talking.
And working started with nothing.
Okay, man, let's...
The camera might push back a little or reposition to make room for someone. It's not just characters alone leading our focus.
Tickets to that ball game tonight. Yanks and Cleveland.
When Jack tricks us into a two-shot by approaching camera, it's come full circle.
You know, boom. Real jug handle. You know? Boom. You're a real baseball.
By keeping our focus on individual moments, we've met a group of characters instead of a blob of the undefined. But it's more than that. Jack has brought us again to the back of the room, so when characters part and turn their backs to us, we get a wide shot to take it all in. Director Sidney Lumet uses Jack to create this moment.
Thought we'd sit in order, you know, by jury numbers of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on around the table. That's okay with you, gentlemen.
What's the difference?
And when our window into this wide moment is obstructed, when someone passes, our eyes flicker to see him. He is blocking our view, and with that little distraction and that little cut in our attention, director Sidney Lumet uses that to follow and reposition. And when everything is getting settled, when the group has its wide and all of its seamless camera movement connecting and having everyone be friends, the first cut in this scene will mean something. Just as the previous 6 minutes made them seem like they're together, this cut will make Henry Fonda seem different and apart.
Gentlemen at the window. We'd like to get started.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Pretty tough to figure, isn't it?
Until this moment, Lumet has held our gaze captive, allowing no mental pause. He didn't just pull our focus from one character to the next, he masterfully manipulated what we instinctively craved to witness, and importantly fed us what we wanted to see right after. Especially with constant hand-holding and directing from Lumet, the power of letting go of that, pausing gets into the audience's head. Like in the opening of Jurassic Park, when the crate rotates and the audience asks itself, what is inside? When the foreman turns to look off screen, and the camera doesn't reveal what he's looking at right away, there's a tension, a curiosity, and when that gaze holds, that tension gets bigger, because we can't see what we want to see. Finally, we are drawn in even more. Upping the ante or turning the screw on that feeling, like Muldoon's head turn in this push-in Jurassic Park, can act as a sweetener to that feeling. Here, when the rest of the jurors turn to look all at once, that sweetener finally puts us over the edge to make the first cut in 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
Kills his father, Bing, just like
Oh,
that.
listen, you analyze the figures, you'll see that was all
I'm telling you, that
The jury deliberations are set up with a group relationship started and Fonda being separate from 11 other angry men. Do you live in a sad world where you're bored of the original Jurassic Park? Or do you love it so much that focusing on just one screen while you watch just doesn't work for you anymore? If so, sign up for email updates on why the film grabs the audience by the throat with film tricks at Spielberg's best. You'll get all this, including early access to Jurassic Park commentary, plus updates on the new kind of bonus feature, an unofficial second screen that you can play alongside the movie. Link in the description. It's the best way to get all the info on our super secret insider club.